Hey guys, it's Todd back with you. Trying to get back in a groove where I can do videos only, every few days. I've done one video in the last, month or so. Had some things come up that were way beyond my control, and so one of them wasn't good because I was not in a good shape there, illness. So it happens, and it could reoccur. I don't know. So, but today, everything's all right, and I opened a box of 1993 Four Sport Classic yesterday. Not on camera, but I wanted to show you guys what I got out of it. And just to get back a video back up, get back into the groove. So, 93, they were featuring, a few guys in there that, in the football, baseball, hockey, basketball. And they come away with some pretty good stuff. I mean, I'll start with the obvious card in that box right here, Alex Rodriguez. Probably the most hated player in baseball history, and I think they've done documentaries on that. So this card at one time was, pretty up there, but his stock just some of his stuff's actually on the rise, but some stuff probably like this stuff here. I pulled this up on eBay, and it was, it wasn't going for a whole lot, but it's his first card in this particular brand here, and A-Rob was a great player. I've said before, I mean, whatever he got in trouble for, the HGH or whatever it was, I'm not sure he needed it. And I told a guy yesterday, we got in a big debate about the guys that aren't going to get in the Hall of Fame because they're juiced up. And I said, the only one that bothered me was Rafael Palmeiro. And the reason I say that, he got up there and he was shaking his finger. I have never done steroids or whatever he said, 2005. And then not 2 weeks later, he gets busted for it. It always struck me as kind of strange. Really strange if you think about it. He played his whole career. He was a rock-solid player. One of my favorite players growing up. I mean, the guy's got 3,000 hits and several. 400-something home runs, something like that. Career 300 hitter. Those numbers may be off. I have to look them up. But he was a great player. And I don't know why he decided to, if he indeed did do it. But I think he got screwed. There's another way to say it, by somebody. So anyway, get back to this box. A-Rob was in there. I've already had a couple, but I'll take another one. There's this guy. Shaquille O'Neal. Hated this guy growing up. Called him Shaquita. And he's just his attitude. Hated him in the pros, but as I've gotten older, I think Shaq's pretty decent person. He's done a lot of stuff he didn't have to do. And but this was in there. Shaq's first card is 92 Tops. That's the one everybody wants, and I've got a couple of those, but they're not graded because graded at 10, that card's been going for insane money lately. So Shaq, and then we had the Player of the Year card. These were special. They're not in the set. You have to buy a box to get these. Let me make that starting with this one here. Troy Aikman, the year the Cowboys slaughtered somebody in the Super Bowl. Let's see. Yeah, the Bills. It was a blowout. I don't think it tells the score, though. That's kind of amazing. I was watching the game because I was pulling for the Bills, somebody different, and I knew right away they were in trouble. So it's look at this, 17,500. Man, that's a super short print, right? But pretty cool card. Looks good, and I'm gonna hang on to these. The box was $40, and then even had some hockey guys in there that I don't know hockey, but this was a limited print, one of 63,400, and Alexander Daigle, I guess you say. So that was one of those. Don't know much about the guy. Have to look him up. Do know this guy though, the Bus. Jerome Bettis, another card here that's not in the like a set card. It's extra, and they're random. They were random back then. They were on the bottom of the box. So as you can see, one of 17,500, and as we know, Bettis had a pretty good career. So pretty good shape. And the last one, basketball. We got Hardaway. That's Penny Hardaway. We got Shaquita, and then we have Weber, who did the most boneheaded thing ever in sports when he tried to call a timeout. They didn't have any against North Carolina in 90. This very year here, 93. So, and I'll never forget it. I was watching the game. Of course, I was pulling from North Carolina because back then it was still Dean Smith. And Dean Smith is Michael Jordan's mentor. So, I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan. And, yeah, so it was the Fab Five. And that craze lasted for a while. They were good. Don't get me wrong. Jalen Rose and Weber and Juwan Howard and Ray Jackson. And I forget the last one. But, calling timeouts when you don't have any is not a good idea. So that's what I got. And then there was this on the very, very bottom. We got Weber. And then we have Penny Hardaway. So as you can see the left corner, and it wasn't the brightest idea putting this on the bottom of 36 packs without protection, but this is 1993, whole different era, mindset. The hobby stinks in 93, so that's probably kind of the turning point was like 94 is what I've been told. I wasn't collecting then. And then I think that's going to be about it. Just wanted to do something to get back into the groove here. Appreciate everybody that's a subscriber. If you're not, I would appreciate you subscribing. I'm going to just keep drilling it in at 150. Subscriber 150. When we get to that point, I will do the Mike Trout Topps 2020 giveaway. And I don't ever give Trout stuff away. That's one of my PC guys. But, I think I'm at 135 subs. And I haven't been doing a whole lot, so a lot of that's, I got to step it up. But, so, Trout. Mike Trout, the shortest printed, one of the short prints, Topps Project 2020. I showed it in a previous video. You can look it up. And speaking of Trout, him getting hurt, that was not good. I remember reading it got an alert on my phone, said Mike Trout out 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like, oh, wow. Ohtani's been doing great, but if Ohtani happens to get hurt, the Angels are complete toast. They have no pitching. They got Ohtani and they got a couple of guys that are, but they, and Joe Madden knows. He's one of the smartest managers in Major League Baseball. You got to have pitching. So anyway, that's about it. Appreciate everybody watching. You can drop a comment about the 1993 Classic 4 Sport boxes or the cards or anybody you remember from that era that, was had it going on in the sports world. All right, guys. Catch you next time. Thanks.